What's going on, guys? Spencer Clays here. It's been a minute since I last updated you on our road to $100,000 in a brand new home service business. So I had a few other jobs last week. We got some more this week. We're already, we just closed a couple. We got like a 7K job. We're doing like holiday lights. We're still doing roof cleanings, gutter cleanings, all that sort of stuff. But primary focus right now is holiday lights. So anyways, we're up to like 30K. We kind of might need to, we've been kind of pushing the goal. We just crossed into November, so we've been doing a few weeks of lights, and we got like our peak season is right now. So kind of just want to kind of check in, let you know kind of what's been working, what's not working, and we're driving to another quote. So not too long of a video, but yeah. So we've put out like a couple hundred yard signs, and so far yard signs have kind of sucked. Like I don't know if it's still too early for quote unquote Christmas lights. But everything has been working through Facebook. Like Facebook has been our main source of leads, and this has been interesting because in last year, I remember we ran a lot of Facebook ads, and it was working good. It always has worked pretty good. But I remember one of my buddies was like, "Dude, we're putting out yard signs, and we're just crushing it." So I was like, "Okay, well, we got to get into the yard sign game." But I don't know, because we've literally gotten like one for sure job, maybe two from yard signs. So they've barely maybe paid for themselves. I think we did one job for $600. I can't remember if we got this other one from yard sign or not, but it's been that was a $600 job. I spent around $1,200 on the yard signs themselves. So if we get one or two other jobs, it won't be like the yard signs were like not worth it. And that's the thing with marketing is like if you kind of just look out, you zoom out, make sure you're just like being smart with your money, putting it towards yard signs, ads, website, like and I know like website like Google SEO is one of the best like long-lasting forms of investment for marketing, at least. So anyways, that's kind of like the up-to-date on the business so far. Kind of didn't really have a ton else to like go into, so we can kind of just spitball. I can just kind of we had this is pretty interesting. Always make sure you're getting as many reviews as possible, because we did have one person who has been a troll in the past. He left a 1-star review, so we're probably going to get it removed because he's not even a customer, which not to mention is like, I don't know, that to me is like crossing a line. If you don't like someone, like this is someone that doesn't like me personally, and he like went out of his way, and it's just like, obviously it's a fake review, like, so I don't know, it's not really, this shit like that kind of does annoy me, but at the same time, it happens, and that's just why it's so important to get good reviews, and why you're making sure every single customer is leaving you a review, because there's going to be that one person that just like doesn't like you, and they're going to leave you a bad review. So again, it's crossing a line. Like there's been many people that I don't like and that I have just blocked and moved on with my life. I've never like left a review out of like, and that's just like crossing a line. Same with like clicking on your competition's ads like on Google. Like it's just a line there that should not be crossed, in my opinion. And so, I don't know. People like that, it's the cost of doing business. Same with bad jobs, same with jobs that just don't go your way. Like yesterday, we had a job that just took hours longer because it was a metal roof, and the roofing was like old, and so we couldn't actually connect to the shingles, so we actually had to staple underneath. But we tried to connect the shingles. We tried to use 2 different clips. We tried flipping the clips. We tried using magnets, like we have magnetic light bulbs. Nothing worked, and so we ended up just having to staple, and this took us hours extra time, so I was pissed off. And it just happens though, man. Like that's just life. That's just business. Our job is to solve problems when you think about it. So of course there's gonna be problems that arise, and it just happens. I'm up on the roof today. I just did a little Christmas light job. Nothing crazy. And I got like half of my pocket just empties out, like bulbs and clips just falling into the customer's yard. Now I got to go back, climb over their fence, and like all this stuff. It's just, it just happens though. And it's like, I don't know. So keep in mind that we're out here solving people's problems. And so obviously there's going to be things that come up with that. So definitely keep that in mind. So I'm trying to find out where I'm turning next. Navigating without directions. So we're about 5 minutes into this podcast. I think we had like 10 minutes away from the job. So anyways, more updates. We're doing this is another thing I want to mention too. We're doing a non-traditional little deal with one of my clients. So we went out, we were going to do a quote for normal Christmas lights. He wanted the permanents, but permanent lights are obviously, they're a little bit more expensive. So in his view, he was like, oh, I don't think we're going to be able to afford those, but we still want lights. So we were quickly talking, and he's a builder by trade. He's built tons of houses, and then I mentioned that we're building a house next year, and he's like, oh, really? So we started talking. We talked for like an hour, dude. I'm at this guy's house quoting his job for like over an hour. We're just talking about building and stuff, and we kind of eventually got down to it. I'm gonna get his lights. It would have been like a $2,500 job, at least. He's gonna get free lights though, but he's gonna draw up our house plans. He's gonna get out the building plans. He knows all the people that can help us build. He's retired. He doesn't really have a lot else to do. His words, he's like, hey, I got nothing else to do. Like, I would love to help you guys work on this. And so yeah, it's stuff like that. I mean, I paid out of pocket for the lights, and obviously those are not cheap, but what's the downside? Like, I'm out maybe $1,000 in lights and $1,000 for labor and stuff, or like the day of labor. But the upside though, if anything he says is remotely on par, if he can help us do the house building, it will be a great deal. And so that's just what I'm always looking for in life, is just like good contacts, good people. Like, one good person could be between you and the things you want. Like, if you think about it, if you're trying to buy a house right now, if you're trying to, this is a topic I love talking about, it's literally all about people, man. Like, because it's like one person has everything on the planet that you want, somebody else already has. So your job becomes persuading people to give you this, and this can be done with money, this can be done with resources, time, and like we've said here, with Christmas lights or permanent lights. People love lights. So he's getting lights, and I'm going to get some much needed help on building this land that I have honestly no idea really what we're doing, because never done it before. Obviously we'll figure it out. I've watched tons of videos, not by any means slowed down. It's just going to take us, this is going to be a lot quicker. I'm pretty sure this is where we're going to be turning up. No, a little bit farther up. But keep it going because I'm on a roll here. We'll just drive a bit farther. Drive past it. So what was I saying? Everything you want, someone else has. So every single person, I want you to like always keep this in mind. Whenever you're quoting to people, whenever you're talking to people, when you're going to church, when you're going to the gym, like just having those conversations and meeting more people. That is what life is about. We're talking about land. If you're trying to find land to build, just don't shut up about it. Start talking about it every chance you get. Start mentioning, like, hey, I'm trying to do this. You'll be very surprised at the things that just happened. That's how we found this land. It was literally my wife's family. They had the land. They were looking to sell it, and it was just a natural thing. Like, hey, we'll buy it from you, and now the land kind of stays in the family. Like, we're going to be closer to them. Like, everybody wins in these situations. You got to find, like, there's more things than money. Is kind of what I'm trying to say here. There's so much more to the world than money. It's about relationships. It's about talking to people, listening to their story, man, telling them your story too. That's another huge thing that I'm really starting to pick up on. Like, people don't want to just be like, oh yeah, I want to buy this land and I'm going to sell this land and like that's it. It's like, no, I'm trying to start a family. I have another child on the way. I have one kid already. We're trying to build a home for my family. And so that cuts more deeper for people than instead like, oh yeah, I'm just buying land to invest, just want to have some property. We're building a home. And so tell people your story. That's another big part of, and even when I'm doing quotes, this guy's like stopped right on the middle of the road, but probably some old folks. It's okay. We're on this little weekend drive here. Telling your story, man. Even when I'm on quotes, I kind of find myself just naturally doing this. Just being like, oh yeah, we just moved into town. We're doing this. Like, this is what we're doing. This is like, why we do what we do, and it clicks with people. People, I can just tell. I mean, I love to talk to. My wife always is like, you tell everybody every detail of your life, and it's like, dude, I don't know. I've always just believed in just like, talking to people, and like, I don't know. So anyways, that is pretty much my little ramble and spiel today. We're about 10 minutes. So I definitely need to sit down and do some longer form podcasts. We'll talk more about land and stuff, but right now I've just been so freaking busy with Christmas lights. Like, I have literally zero time to do anything at all. So this is all you guys are getting, but I will see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to go into something else, we can do that, and we'll talk more about making money, starting business, and all that stuff. But without further ado, also, if you guys need any help with your website or you need software for your home service business, that is down below. Also our group and stuff. So all that, I'll see you guys in the next video though. Let's get it. Peace.